It's happy time, people. It's Friday. It's time for Yay or Nay. First up, a British tank crushed a civilian car on a public road in Germany Monday after an 18-year-old student driver pulled out in front of a cadre of military vehicles. Is it really happy time? Don't worry, no one was harmed in the crash. We do have pictures, however, because the same cannot be said for the teen's Toyota Prius, which was pretty much crushed by the 62-ton Challenger 2 tank. Is this evidence enough to keep her on a schwinn for the rest of her life, being a student driver and all, Rick Unger?
I'm just thinking of the phone call coming in, right? Dad?
Yeah.
The good news is I'm okay. The bad news is I was run over by a tank.
That's amazing.
And nobody believes that phone call.
Right.
Those Prius don't look that tough, but that's a pretty tough car to put up with that and keep her safe.
That's
I say
true.
stick with the Prius.
Stick with the Prius, and she got her license. This was just a little harmless accident. Is that what we're all agreeing to?
Yeah, these things happen.
Okay. Next up, a 90-year young Woodstock, New York resident. His name is Walter Thomas. Completed the top item on his bucket list Sunday when he crashed through a garage door backwards. And you thought you were the only one who had that on your bucket list. So, how did it go? Well, let's take a look.
3!
Well, glad he got that off his chest. The helmets were a nice touch. Yeah. Now, Rick, you only got a couple of weeks. Is this on your bucket list?
No, but he is remarkably easy to please.
Yeah. He looked extremely happy.
He looked very happy.
There's got to be a story there.
By the way, I've done it. But it wasn't on purpose.
Oh, because you had more than 3 drinks on a flight, probably. Yes.
There's got to be a story there. Whatever makes him happy, I guess, at this age.
Mm-hmm. He looks very happy. So that's great. Yes, it's not on my list, but
wait till he gets the bill for fixing it.
Yeah. Oh, apparently the house is being destroyed. So they said you could use our garage.
I see. Okay.
That was the end of it. Anyway, 52-year-old Buffalo native and self-proclaimed push-up king Jeffrey Warwick successfully broke the world record for push-ups early this morning, completing 46,400 push-ups in 24 hours. How is that possible? I could barely do 20.
Looks like he's cheating.
All right, well, that's not really a push-up. I'm sorry. You got to go all the way down to your chest and come up, or one hand on the back like Heather does, that whole thing.
I clap in between.
That's right.
Right,
No
okay.
one hand in the back.
So the yay or nay question, I did not write this. I want to assure you. Can any of you do a push-up?
Yes.
Okay, I think so, Bill. You look jacked.
You should
That
do
would be
10.
great.
Now, isn't there a thing
Drop
right now
and give
doing
me 10
for our troops? I saw Matt Lauer do it.
That's
I saw Andy Cohen do it.
Yeah.
I think you guys should do 10 for our
Okay,
troops.
we'll do that right
And by
after
the
the
way,
show.
he did it. He
Off
did
camera.
it in groups of 50. He didn't go continuously.
Oh,
Okay.
that guy?
Yeah, those were really not very good push-ups.
No, that can't count.
Weird.
That can't count. Yep, couldn't agree more.
We're
There's
nay
no
on
Mike
whether
Guinness.
those were really
We say no.
push-ups.
Listen to this. He did
I know, right?
46,000 of those. That's no good.
And finally tonight, relatives attending a high school graduation in Mississippi last month were arrested for cheering and now face $500 fines and a 6-month jail sentence for disturbing the peace. We're being serious. You heard me correctly. Arrested for cheering. Apparently the district superintendent told attendees not to cheer until the end. So when their kid got up, they cheered. And boy, apparently the superintendent was very serious. The best part is the girl they were cheering for didn't even hear them. Is this superintendent going a bit too far, yay or nay, Rick Unger?
It's even worse. I actually read the story. First of all, they were supposed to be thrown out if they cheered. They were warned. They threw them out when they cheered. They didn't care. They wanted to cheer for their kid who graduated. Weeks later, the police showed up at their door and arrested them
It's a weird story.
for this. It's
sick
sick.
individual.
It's disgusting. And gee, go figure. It only seemed to happen to black people down there in Mississippi.
Oh, don't make it a racial.
No, it's
No,
racial.
it's being made a racial thing. I don't think it is a racial
I don't
thing.
think it's a racial
But you know
thing.
what?
I think it's a superintendent who's like out of control.
But I do have to say, when you read the comments to this story, there are a lot of people who get very upset because they can't hear their name or their relative's name because other people cheering like crazy people. So there's a point to be made about not cheering or waiting till the end. A lot of places tell you to do
It's like
that.
saying
Wait
I
till the
couldn't
end.
hear him play a G chord because everybody in the
So-
audience
Why don't
was
you
cheering.
get to cheer and for your person?
They can
and
cheer
don't-
too.
No, I think that it's fine to tell them to hold it and kick them out, but not to arrest
Okay,
them.
Bill, very quickly.
It's fine to tell them not to cheer. It's crazy to arrest them. It's crazy to fine them. It's a superintendent's gone berserk.
He has. Well, and it's still developing. He's not backing down. So anyway, panel, thank you. We have to head to happy hour. J.D. Hayworth and Newsmax Prime, that's next.